Today, I will be the moderator of the Backyard Barbecue Competition of 2024 featuring barbecued pork ribs. This is Robert with Pioneer Smokehouses, so let's get started. This competition is being held at my brother's in-laws' house. They have an amazing outdoor space perfect for an event like this. Now let's pop into the kitchen and check out these wonderful looking ribs. Each contestant was assigned a number at random. This number is also their judging order to keep things simple. The contestants for today's event will be Andy, Mike, Steve, and Derek. They will be competing for the coveted pig trophy. For today's event, the judges will be Holly, Grayson, Wes, and Eric. I will be asking each of them to comment on different qualities of each rib as they taste them. Then they will give each entry one score. After the ribs have been scored, I will tally the scores and reveal the winner. In the event of a tie, I will give the tying ribs a score to break that tie. So we are in the backyard barbecue right now, and we are waiting for the number one contestant's ribs to come out. So here's rib number one, and we're gonna go ahead and pass those out.
I guess I get that one. I like the way it looks. Oh wow, yeah. Amazing.
What do you think about how it looks?
Wow.
Pretty good.
And Holly, how do you feel about the looks of it?
I think it looks like a rib.
Very deep. Well, Eric, let's start with you. What do you think about the seasoning?
It's amazing.
Good
It's
seasoning?
very good.
Okay, and texture, do you like is the meat either firm enough
It's,
or soft or
It's moist.
moist? Okay.
Yeah. It's not overly dry. It's moist. Good amount of flavor. I like it.
Awesome.
Great rib. I love the flavor.
Good seasoning?
Oh yeah, good cheese.
Spicy or not spicy? Very mild. What do you think about the seasoning?
Good.
And do you think it's the right texture? It's too soft, too hard?
It's right.
Okay. Seasoning?
Seasoning's for me a little salty,
Okay.
but other than that, pretty good.
All right, and the texture?
Soft, but not too soft.
All right, one more question for everybody. What about smoke? Can you taste the smoke level?
Maybe I'm the wrong person to ask. I don't know if it's too smoky. No. A good flavor, I guess I would say. I don't know about smoke. Good flavor.
I didn't even think about it.
Can you taste the smoke?
A little bit.
I'm gonna double check.
We'll check, okay.
I can taste it a little bit.
Not too heavy.
Yeah, it's really light though.
Okay. Excellent. All right, then while you guys finish up with that, we'll go ahead and instruct them to bring out number two. And when you're done thinking about this, go ahead and rate this rib on a scale of 1 to 10.
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
All right, they're gonna go ahead and bring out the number two contestant's ribs.
Heck yeah.
So what's the first impressions on visuals?
Visual or taste?
Visual, what do you think about how they look?
It looks saucy, but it's not.
A little saucy.
The look of it, you like it, or you like the look of the last one better?
I like the last one better, but
Okay, what do you think? What does it look like? Does it look good?
Yeah.
It doesn't look good.
Yeah, it looks great.
seems like they spent a lot of time on the sauce.
More sauce than spice? What do you think about that? Spices?
I think the flavor is amazing. It's a little dry though.
That's not dry though.
What do you think? Spices? It tastes good?
Yeah. Yeah, a little dry, not enough spice. The sauce is really good.
Okay, and your concern on the last one was the salt level. How do you feel about that?
Not enough for this.
Okay.
Whoa.
Excellent.
Just call me Goldilocks.
No, that's fine.
We have an educated rib judge here.
Love to hear that when somebody has a specific opinion about a specific thing.
Okay.
And the texture, you're saying it's all just a touch on the drier side, a little firmer than the last one.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Last one is very good. Flavor's there. A little dry.
I don't know if I can eat a whole rack of these.
No, one's
A little
good.
heavy. A little bit heavier.
Okay. Let me know when you're done.
You can't taste the smoke.
Oh yeah. So what about the smoke level? Did you get any smoke taste?
I'm so bad with that. I don't know.
Really, not really.
And no smoke?
No.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Ribs number 3 are coming
we
out.
are.
Right now.
There's some macaroni and cheese in the middle of it.
I thought there was macaroni and cheese in the house, so I think you're
You
good.
don't get to know whose they are actually because it's a blind. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Start with
This looks
Eric. What do you think
amazing.
about the look there?
The look is amazing. This looks juicy. It's looking amazing. I haven't bitten into it yet, but
You like the wet sauce look?
a
Yeah,
personal thing. you know.
Oh, excellent, excellent. And what do you think about the look?
It looks great. You definitely taste the smoke in this one.
Okay, and you?
Pretty good.
You like the looks?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it looks nice and saucy. I haven't ate it though.
Okay, we'll come back for the spices. What do you think about the spicing or the flavor of the sauce?
Texture is not as good as last one. Flavor's there. It's smoky for sure. I can definitely tell the difference now. And I'm not a big smoke guy, but
Is it pleasantly smoky? Or is it smoky? Is it smoky?
I would say
bottom?
I-
Sometimes it gets tingly on the tongue. when there's too much
I'm
smoke.
indifferent.
Okay. What do you think about that?
I like smoke. It's a little smokier. And it's saucy.
What about the
And there's a-
texture?
It's good.
Okay. What do you think about the texture? Is it soft enough or too hard?
Pretty good. Really good.
You know, Netflix.
Okay, Holly, bring up the. What about the texture?
It's good. It's not fall off the bone good, but it's not dry at the same time. If that makes any sense.
So, do you prefer your ribs a little bit softer?
Oh yeah. If
so-
I can pull it apart, I'm great.
Yeah. So, and for me, I am a firm meat
Right.
person, and you would probably be like more into pulled pork. Does that sound like a fair assessment?
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. And here comes rib number 4.
Thank you, sir.
All right. As soon as you have an impression on the visuals, let me know.
This is gonna look amazing.
Looks good. What do you think, Wes? You like the looks of that one?
Oh. Looks
Grayson, what do you think of it?
What do you think about the look? And you?
I think it looks good. You can see the juices. It looks nice and juicy. You can see the smoke ring.
Oh, nice.
Looks saucy.
All right. How about the taste of the spices and the sauce?
This is very tasty, a little dry. But it's tasty. The flavor's there.
on the dry side, but it's kind of the texture more fall off the bone.
What about you? Taste, flavor?
Lots of flavor, lots of taste.
How do you feel about the taste and flavor in there?
I think it's good. It has a good seasoning to it, and the sauce is really good. I think the little inside that I had was really juicy, but when you get closer to the bone, it's a little bit drier.
Okay. All right.
I had a lot of fun doing this. Thank you guys.
Final question. What about smoke level? Did you taste the smoke in this one?
Yes.
On this particular one,
I know the second,
darn,
third one.
it's hard. I don't know. I thought there was a lot of flavor on this last one. I don't know if that's the smoke or not, but a lot of flavor in this last one.
Yeah. It tastes smoke.
You got smoke in that one? Okay. Did you taste smoke in that?
Yep.
And how about you?
Yeah, maybe not as much as was it 3 that had all the smoke? Maybe not as much as 3, but a close second.
And how did you feel about the salt level on this one?
It was fine.
All right, we're going to let the judges go ahead and finish up and score up, and then we'll be back in a minute.
There. That's why it's so hard. The last one, I wouldn't. I like it. It's just I wouldn't.
Yeah, it's good
I
stuff.
will.
All right, what do we got? What do we got?
Okay, we are going to call people up by number. Contestant number 2.
That's Andy. Andy, he's inside.
Forget their number?
No, Andy's inside.
Oh, Andy.
All right. So that's last place?
That is last place. Contestant number 3.
That's me.
Uh-oh. Third place is Steve.
There.
Third place.
Third's a little disappointing, but I'll take it.
Okay. Now we have contestant number 1 and contestant number 4 left. And in first place is contestant 4.
Who's that? Is that Mike?
That's Mike.
Yeah! Hey, congratulations, Mike!
One thing, my mother, my father.
Look at the camera. Today's big winner.
Thank you.
So, what's your secret? What makes your ribs so special?
I could tell you, but I have to kill you.
Okay, see? And I told ChatGPT that you wouldn't answer that question, but I had to ask
His
it.
secret's fall off the bone.
Yeah, fall off the
I heard it is
Oh, yeah.
the biggest
the pork trophy.
trophy.
All right.
Pork trophy.
Above the head, 2 hands. Yeah, there you go.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, judges.
Number 2, second place. Come on up and say hi to the camera.
Hey, number 2.
And you didn't want to take the 5. I don't know.
Well, yeah. Everyone was higher than 5, probably.
No, but I was going to say that would have been the baseline, and
Yeah.
yours is right there at number 2. So, performed well in the taste test. You did good.
Thank you. That's surprising.
Okay, Mike. Well, you did really good today, and I had a few questions for you. We tried getting the secret recipe out of you. Apparently, that's not going to work. But do you have like a favorite spice that you like to use when you do barbecue? I personally prefer smoked paprika, and most of my channel viewers know I'm a little obsessed about it. Is there any particular favorite?
I use this Cattleman's, what is it? I can't remember the name of it, but it's a smoky maple or something like that. Is my favorite spice.
Awesome. That sounds really good. And I don't know if that's what I was tasting, but if that's what you used,
Yep.
it definitely worked. So what do you think the judges really liked about your ribs? What do you think brought you over the line?
Probably the tenderness.
I think that was definitely a consistent comment, that we saw that a lot. And then when you get ready for your competition or even a big cook, what do you do to prepare?
Drink. Nothing. I just do the same routine that I always do when I cook. This one I probably wrapped it in foil a little bit longer than what I usually do. So maybe that made it more tender.
A little bit more on the 2-step on the 3-2-1.
Yeah.
Right. Awesome. All right. Well, great ribs, and congratulations on winning the
Thank you.
competition. All right. So we have our second place finisher here. And Derek, what was your secret rib recipe?
I don't really have one. I just guessed and something came about, and I just used a hot honey barbecue sauce, so I wanted to see how that worked, and it was all right, I guess.
Do you have a favorite seasoning that you like to use when you do barbecue or even grilling or anything?
Or on this one, because sometimes I will make my own, but this one I used a Traeger seasoning. I would have put more brown sugar in it to counteract the salt, but
Yeah, that would be a good choice to balance out salt. I love the sweet brown sugar taste with salt. Plus, the dark brown sugar has molasses in it, which I really like. So, all my viewers know smoked paprika is my favorite spice, and I like to bring it to my barbecue. What do you think the judges liked about your ribs the most?
I think it was more the tenderness and a little bit of the flavor, because I used a different sauce than the others. Some of the others had more of a molasses taste, like it was more cooked in, and mine, because it was the electric smoker, wasn't as solidified for the sauce.
Right, a caramelization that you'll
Right.
get on a fire burner that you won't get on an electric smoker. Excellent point. All right, and when you get ready for a competition, because I know we talked a little bit about stress, what do you do to prepare for a competition, for whether you're doing that or throwing a big party or anything like that also?
I think about it nonstop for like 2 weeks, stressing completely and getting migraines and headaches. But after a while, and finally, after I've thought about it a million times, it's time to go, and that's when I work on it. So.
Just lock it down and nail it.
Yep.
All right, well, thank you. You did great. Congratulations.
All right, thank you.
All right, Steve. Well, it was an interesting competition today, and
It's disappointing.
you were not on the top of the list. So when you do your ribs, is there a secret recipe that you have or something special you like to do?
Recipe or seasoning wise, I do my own rub, smoked paprika, garlic powder, salt and pepper. You know, not different than much else. Didn't probably put enough on it today. I think that was the problem. But yeah, it's nothing secret.
Okay. And what do you think the judges thought about your ribs, or what kind of impressions do you think they had?
Well, I saw it and heard it a few times. Maybe they weren't as much of a fan as how much smoke I had on it, which is probably the problem. Also, my ribs stick on the bone a little bit more this time than I normally like. Usually I like them to kind of fall off the bone, but only when you bite it.
Excellent. I like the profile better. The only thing that I thought was missing was the caramelization, because I think that when you smoke good food, you should taste the smoke. So that's a personal opinion that we both share. So when you get ready for the competition, like, how do you prepare? The day of, day before, or what do you like? Is there anything special that you do?
No, I like to make sure that, I mean, depending on where you're getting your ribs, that your ribs are, good ribs that you're using, and make sure that they're like, frozen ribs aren't a bad thing, but you got to take them out days ahead of time, get them prepared. If you're buying them fresh ribs, let them heat up a little bit before you season them and throw them on the smoker. So don't put cold ribs on your smoker. Get them up to like basically room temp, get some seasoning on them, then get them on your smoker.
Excellent. All right. Well, congratulations. And,
On third place.
I mean, you gave it your shot, and maybe next year, maybe you'll come in first.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well,
All right, thanks.
you've got something to build on here. All right, Andy, you competed in today's competition, and unfortunately, you did not come in first place. But do you have a secret rub recipe or rib recipe that you use, or anything special, like a special seasoning?
I have a specific brand. It's a coffee rub. It's more of a sweet rub, I think. It's. I don't want to say the name because I don't know if that'll be in trouble.
No, it doesn't matter.
It's Trader Joe's.
Okay.
It's a Trader Joe's coffee rub. I love it. I think it's great. My biggest downfall today was that my ribs were basically overcooked. I think my spices and my barbecue sauce were good, but the ribs themselves were a little bit overcooked, a little dry.
Okay, I could possibly agree with that a little bit. I don't know if I agree with the assessment that came out at the end results, because I thought your ribs were really good. I especially liked the crust and the flavor profile that they brought. I don't use coffee seasoning on my food, and I think I'm going to give it a try just because of your
I
ribs.
wouldn't think it would work either, but I was gifted this rub, and I tried it on ribs because it said it was good for ribs. First time I ever tried it on ribs, and it was amazing. So if I could figure out how to actually cook ribs in the way that they're just the moist fall off the bone, like our winner today did, yeah, I think I could.
Well, I think that maybe we are going to talk after I turn the camera off and see if we can get this guy in first place next year. All right, so what do you think the judges thought about your ribs? What kind of impressions do you think? And did you absorb from hearing their comments?
I heard from over distance, it was basically just dry.
Just dry? Okay, so you thought that was pretty much their impressions.
That was, I think, my biggest downfall was they were dry. And I didn't really hear much more than that. So
okay,
I wasn't paying too close attention.
All right, that's fine. All right, so how do you prepare for competition, this competition specifically, or when you're having like a big party, doing a big cook? Because it's similar when you're doing a big party.
I have not done that very often. I've cooked a brisket for my friends here. It was my first brisket ever. People liked it. As long as people enjoy the food, I'm happy.
Excellent. That is a really good motto to live by. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed this video, and that's going to wrap it up. We've pretty much covered everything with our contestants, and we all had a really good meal because before this, we all ate dinner and enjoyed the heck out of it. A few people might have had a beer or two, but everything's under control. So, thanks for watching. Have a great day.